8 billion people stand shoulder to shoulder. A global timer hits zero. Everyone jumps at once. The sudden collective force pushes against the crust. Does the planet shift its orbit? Does the solar system notice? The answer depends on how much you enjoy catastrophic structural failure. First, the logistics are a nightmare. 8 billion humans require a landmass roughly the size of Rhode Island. Everyone must crowd into one spot. The density is claustrophobic. Breathing becomes a competitive sport. People are packed so tightly that individual movement is impossible. The sheer mass of human flesh creates its own microclimate. Heat rises. The smell is an international crime. Then the timer reaches zero. Everyone pushes off the ground. Physics governs the movement. This is a problem of conservation of momentum. As the crowd jumps up, the Earth is pushed down. The planet moves, however the Earth weighs 6 sextillion tons. The humans weigh a fraction of that. The planet shifts by about 1/100th of the diameter of a single hydrogen atom. The movement is functionally zero. Gravity immediately pulls everyone back down. The Earth returns to its original position. The net displacement is negligible. The planet is completely unbothered. It does not wobble. It does not drift. The solar system continues its rotation as if nothing happened. The only thing that actually changed is the state of the ground beneath the crowd. The jump was a scientific non-event. The planet didn't even flinch. But physics does not let energy disappear. Every single person is now falling back toward the surface at the same time. The movement is synchronized. The impact is where the math gets interesting. 8 billion bodies hit the pavement simultaneously. The sound is the first problem. The collective slap of billions of feet creates a sonic boom that shatters every window within 1,000 miles. Eardrums rupture instantly. The impact energy is not absorbed by the ground. Instead, it converts into a massive seismic pulse. A concentrated shock wave rips through the lithosphere. The soil liquefies. The pavement turns to powder, because everyone is packed into a small area. The pressure is immense. The crust bends. The energy release is equivalent to a massive earthquake centered exactly on the crowd. Buildings in the vicinity don't just shake, they are launched into the air. The ground becomes a trampoline of concrete and steel. People are not landing on a surface, they are landing on a detonating planetary scale pressure plate. The seismic wave travels outward. It moves through the Earth's mantle with terrifying efficiency. The shock triggers dormant fault lines across the globe. In Japan, a dormant volcano wakes up. In California, the San Andreas Fault slips several meters. The concentrated force of the jump creates a ripple effect in the crust. This is essentially a human-made magnitude 9 earthquake. Tectonic plates groan under the sudden impulse. The ocean floor shifts. Displacement of water on this scale creates mega tsunamis. Walls of water 300 meters high race toward every coastline. Coastal cities are erased from the map in minutes. The atmosphere also reacts. The sudden displacement of billions of cubic meters of air creates a localized high-pressure system. A windstorm of hurricane force screams away from the jump site. Trees are uprooted. Cars are tossed like pebbles. The initial act of jumping was harmless. The act of landing is a global extinction event. The planet survives, the people do not. The landscape is now a wasteland. The jump site is a crater of pulverized bone and asphalt. The shock waves have triggered a chain reaction of volcanic eruptions. Ash clouds blanket the stratosphere. Sunlight vanishes. The global temperature plummets. This is a volcanic winter. Crops fail. The remaining population struggles to breathe through a haze of sulfur. Meanwhile, the tsunamis have finished their work. The maps of the world are now incorrect. Entire islands have vanished. New landmasses have risen from the deep. The survivors look at the sky. The moon is still there. The stars are still there. The Earth continues to orbit the sun with perfect clinical indifference. The only thing that has changed is the total lack of infrastructure. Internet cables are severed. Power grids are gone. Governments collapse because the people who ran them were in the jump zone. The social contract is void. The only remaining law is the law of thermodynamics. Heat flows from hot to cold. Everything slowly freezes in the dark. The absurdity of the premise has resulted in a silent, frozen graveyard. All this because 8 billion people wanted to see if the Earth would move. The experiment is a success. The Earth did move. It moved by a distance so small it is physically irrelevant. The cost of this measurement was the total collapse of modern civilization and the death of most mammals. The scientific data is invaluable, but there is no one left to write the paper. There are no journals, there are no peer reviews. There is only the wind blowing through the ruins of a once crowded Rhode Island. The result is mathematically certain and practically useless. The only remaining problem is the paperwork. According to standard insurance policies, an act of God is covered, but a coordinated global jump is classified as a pre-existing condition. The claims are denied. The bureaucratic process continues even if the clerks are now fossils. The Earth is fine, you are not. Subscribe to the What If Club if you enjoy watching hypothetical civilizations be deleted by basic physics. We have plenty more bad ideas.